How's it going, y'all? It's been Aqua. Thank you for everybody for waiting. I see a few of y'all were waiting to get in, which is really cool. I'm trying out a live stream. This is going to be my first live stream from my Mac Mini M1. And y'all know that I've been doing like all kinds of videos about the Mac Mini M1 on my channel, and they've been popping off. I just kicked my camera by accident. Oops. So really, this is going to be just a chat about the Mac Mini M1, or really, if you have questions about anything else, I'm here to serve all of y'all. Also, if you can hear me, or if you can't hear me, let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to adjust things. But I'm testing out the Sony a6400 on the Mac Mini as a kind of live stream camera. I have it running through OBS on the Mac Mini M1. One kind of weird thing about live streaming with the Sony a6400 using OBS and using the like USB connection is, for some reason, it disables my what's it called? My autofocus. That's the word. The autofocus on my face, which the a6400 is so good at that. But as soon as I do something like this, it focuses in on my fist, and there's my fist. But it focuses pretty well on my face. I'm just killing a little time right now just to let a few more people in. So far, we have some people already in here, which is really cool. If you're noticing anything weird about the stream, anything weird with the audio or video, let me know. This is my first test using the Mac Mini to do a live stream on YouTube. The microphone that I'm using is the Rode NT-USB, which is an awesome little microphone. I've talked about this a bunch on my channel. Let me know in the comments if everything looks good and sounds good too. But I have this, so I have the Rode NT-USB Mini plugged into my Mac Mini M1 via USB-C, which is really handy. And hopefully it sounds good. Hopefully it looks good. The image is not too fluid. What am I doing wrong? Am I doing something wrong here? It seems like maybe the image is kind of choppy or something. I don't really know. I'm like really new to OBS as well, and I don't know what that's about. Maybe I should change the frame rate or something. It might already be a little too late. Anyway, if I don't know if y'all can y'all deal with the frame rate right now? Is that okay, or do I need to adjust it and try this again? Or if anybody has any tips about using OBS, that I'm just completely I'm a noob. I'm honestly a noob when it comes to OBS. Let's see, stream server. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I don't pretend to be, the audio is perfect. Awesome. I don't pretend to be a scientist on this channel. I've said it a million times. I kind of know what I'm doing, kind of don't. And I think part of the charm, yeah, it does look a little choppy. I don't know why it's so choppy. But it is what it is. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, one of the things, I look dubbed, but the audio is great. Cole, damn it. What am I doing wrong? If anyone knows what's up with OBS and why, what might be causing that, the kind of choppiness, let me know. I'm also doing this test just to see if I can stream from the Mac Mini M1. It does look a little choppy. I did just update OBS to the latest version, and it does work on the Mac Mini M1. But who knows, y'all? I'm noticing some dropouts. So this is kind of a test. So my Magic Trackpad here, I'm noticing it's getting a little choppy. So what is up with that? Anyway, maybe I'll just talk and instead of trying to figure out the technical stuff, because I know I'm just going to be distracted the whole time. James says the frame rate is fine, but the resolution coming through is only 720p. Yeah, for some reason, OBS is only letting me stream in 720p. I tried to do a higher definition thing, at least 1080p, and for some reason, it's not coming through. I don't know what's up with that. Bruno, what's up, Bruno? Hi, Ben. My Mac Mini will be here on Monday. 16 gigabytes of RAM, replacing my Windows laptop. Awesome, Bruno. That's super cool. Monday. That's coming up in 2 days. Let me know in the comments also where everybody is coming in from. I'm here in Austin, Texas. It's cool outside. It's a beautiful day outside. I probably should be outside, but I'm too busy like nerding about the Mac Mini and stuff. So yeah, let me know in the comments like what country you're from, what city you're from, that kind of thing. Bruno is in Ireland. That's super cool. Let's see. Cole says plus side, it's like a built-in beauty filter. I know, right? Y'all can't see all my pores and stuff right now. If only if I was streaming in 4K, you could dive into these things like little swimming pools. We have France going on track. We got Philly, Copper, awesome. Y'all are around the globe. What time is it in France right now? Isn't it like, is it 1 a.m. or I don't know. Math, y'all. I've been really happy with and kind of surprised about how well I guess like how crazy the Mac Mini M1 videos are going on my channel recently. It really was just like an experiment at first because I wasn't even planning on getting one of the Mac Minis or even, the MacBook Pro M1 or the MacBook Air M1. I have a awesome 2019 MacBook Pro, which I will grab here. This is the beast. Well, this is the base beast 2019 MacBook Pro. This has the Intel processor. This is what I've been using for the past year until I got the Mac Mini M1. So, this computer has been working really well for me, and it still works really well because I got it in early 2020 to replace a 2015 MacBook Pro, and this is what I've been reverting back to because, as y'all may have seen in my videos, editing videos using Final Cut Pro on the Mac Mini M1 has been a disaster for me, unfortunately. For some other people, it has been too, and that's why I've been reverting back to the 2019 MacBook Pro with Intel processor until all those bugs and stuff get fixed. And there's been a lot of kind of drama and weirdness in the comments. Like some people like, you're making these things up and, what's wrong with you? Stop making music. Your music is horrible. You have a weird face. Like I get a lot of weird comments, but I know it's just part of the game. And, it is what it is. It's part of the YouTube game. But really the Mac Mini M1 kind of came to me as I was really just curious about it. I just wanted to try something new, and the Mac Mini one, there was so much hype about it. And I was like, what is all this hype about? I need to try this out for myself. Long story short, that's why I started using the Mac Mini M1. But y'all are loving this content on the Mac Mini. So I'm just going to keep going, and I'm getting a ton of comments and a ton of questions about the Mac Mini M1. I am not an expert in this stuff, obviously, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the issues that I've been having are the Mac Mini M1, which is a new platform, obviously, and then Big Sur, which is a new operating system. Those two things interlapping, it's just, it's messy. It's messy. And some people have been having totally fine experiences with it, and that's totally amazing. And I'm happy for y'all. Can we trade machines, please? Because mine is cursed. But I ordered a 16 gigabyte Mac Mini M1. It's the 16 gigabyte with 256 gigabytes of storage, and that should be coming in pretty soon. Actually, that was supposed to come in February 1st, but that was bumped up to January 22nd, and now that was bumped up to January 19th, which is Tuesday, I believe. So the 16 gigabyte model will be coming in, and I cannot wait, y'all, to try out the 16 gigabyte version versus the 8 gigabyte version, which I'm streaming from right now. The 8 gigabyte version is cursed. Some kind of hex was put on that in some faraway land. So I don't know what that's about, but let's get caught up in the comments here a little bit. Checking in from St. Louis, 98 stand, cold here. Nice to see you here from St. Louis. Let's see, Bruno says in France, it's 22, 23. I can't math. Y'all are making me trying to do math. I don't know math. Come on now. 23. That's like 11 p.m. Okay, I got you. What's up, Sophia? Thank you so much for being here. Damn, there's a lot of y'all here. This is the biggest live stream I have done on my channel ever. Usually there's like 8 or 9 people. We got 40 people right now, so that's really cool. What's up to Charlie Pangus? Yo, Charlie, thank you so much for all of your comments and sharing your experience. I really appreciate that. Supporting the smaller YouTubers over here. I feel that. Charlie says, how's the 16 gigabyte RAM Mac Mini? My 16 gigabyte version just arrived, came super early. That's awesome. Yo, I love to see it. I love to see that Apple will sometimes be like, you're not going to get that thing until 2022. And then all of a sudden it's there in a week. And it's like, come through, Apple. Charlie, I didn't get mine yet. I'm streaming from the 8 gigabyte model of the Mac Mini M1. So sad face. But like I said, I'm really, really interested in trying out that 16 gigabyte version. And if everything goes smoothly on that 16 gigabyte version, I'm gonna cry, y'all. There's gonna be single/double tears coming down, crying emoji. It's all gonna be a good utopia of Mac M1 based realities. Let's see. Pumper Wolf, what's up, Pumper? Says, the Mac Mini you are live streaming get hot? That's a good question. I have my Mac Mini. It's out of the frame, obviously. It's actually under my desk right now, but I'm just going to touch it. And doing a live stream from my A6400, it's warm. It's not hot, but it is warm. It's not blazing hot. Like my MacBook Pro 2019, this thing, it's an amazing computer, but the fan, can we talk about the fan on Intel MacBook Pros? I mean, the fan goes nuts on this thing. I will just open up Safari and it sounds like a freaking blizzard is happening outside, but it's coming out from the fan here. And then I touch this thing, it is like melting my fingers. And that's my biggest complaint about the 2019 MacBook Pro is the fan. It's just so loud, y'all. And it's like, it's not a cute noise. But I am happy to say that the Mac Mini M1, even the 8 gigabyte version with all these issues that I've been reporting ad nauseum, even the 8 gigabyte version that I have of the Mac Mini M1, it's been running ice cold. I don't think I've heard the fan once, y'all. Not even once. Like, I'm talking about running. I opened up every single app on my computer, including Final Cut Pro, Safari with multiple tabs. I opened up everything on my damn computer at the same time, and there was no fan running. I was like mind blown. I've run 3 monitors off of the Mac Mini M1, and if you haven't seen the video, the most recent video, I did like a 3 monitor setup, 2 4K monitors, 1 via USB-C, 1 HDMI, and then one is like a SideCar wireless display with my iPad Pro 11-inch from 2018. That was a really cool setup. Be sure to check that out if you haven't seen that yet. But this Mac Mini M1 8 gigabyte version with all its issues and everything, I'm using it right now to stream and it's working fine. And there is no fan going on it. And it's just barely even warm to the touch. So the fan situation, I am very, very excited about on the Mac Mini M1. So let's see. Keith Fireblaze. What's up, Keith? Do you recommend the AirPod Max? Ooh, that's the question right now. So I had the AirPods Max. It's a good question. And I actually ended up returning the AirPods Max. And it kind of pained me to do that, honestly. And if you're watching right now and you have the AirPods Max, leave a comment to let me know if you are keeping your AirPods Max or if you are really enjoying it or if you think it's a big pile of poo-poo. I ended up returning my AirPods Max for several reasons. Long story short, $550, like at $550, those headphones better be like flawless. Like the sound better be on point, which it was on the AirPods Max. The noise cancellation better be insane, which it was on the AirPods Max. But my biggest gripe with the AirPods Max was that weird ass case. I am not a fan of that case, as many people aren't. It wasn't the biggest deal in the world. Like, it's not very pretty and it looked like SpongeBob's butt cheeks, and all that kind of stuff. But what it came down to me was I noticed kind of too many like kind of beta feeling things about the AirPods Max. And it just made me like, I was like, $550, I can't justify this. It's not here in my studio, but I have a pair of Audio-Technica ATH M50X BT. Those ones are actually, I did like a side-by-side comparison. Those headphones I got for like, they're Bluetooth. They don't have noise cancellation, but I got those for like $150 or something. And $400 less. I was comparing the two sound quality wise. Those ATH M50X BT, those sounded almost identical to the AirPods Max. I was kind of blown away. Yeah, they don't have noise cancellation. They don't have all these features, like the easy switching and, all that stuff. However, sound quality wise, that's the most important thing to me and the ATH M50X BT, the Bluetooth version. Those sound amazing if y'all are looking for a good pair of headphones, don't want to blow $550 out of your damn wallet. So let's see what we got here. Hi from Mexico. What's up, Ariel? Cool. We got Mexico. We got France. We got Philly, St. Louis. I'm here in Texas. Where else are y'all coming in from? Let's see. Pumper Wolf. My phone was very hot while live streaming. Yeah, phones, iPads, MacBook Pros. The only device that I've used that I've done a live stream from that has not basically caught on fire from the live stream action has been the Mac Mini M1 base model, 8 gigabyte, 256 gigabyte of storage. I mean, if I didn't have these issues with it, I wouldn't have returned it. Like this Mac Mini M1 base model at $700, it's bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. Even with the issues, it's bonkers, y'all. Let's see. Miguel, is Mac Mini good for students? I think definitely. Number one, it's cheaper. The Mac Mini M1 starts at $700 US. It's cheaper than any other Mac, pretty much. Even the older Macs that are more, even the older Mac Minis that are more kind of beefed up, it's cheaper than, if you just get that base model and get an SSD, like an external SSD, gets you like a terabyte, 2 terabyte SSD, plug that into the Mac Mini M1. I think that's awesome for students. I'm not a student. It's been many years, many moons since I was a student. But Jeffrey asks, will a 49-inch widescreen work well with the Mac Mini M1? I think 49 inches is a lot. Like, I don't know if I can't really show you what I'm using right now, but I'm using a 27-inch LG 4K monitor kind of as my main display while I'm doing this live stream. For me, I have a very small space. I would say, what was your name? Jeffrey. I would say 49 inches if you have a kind of bigger space where you can move back from it a little bit. For me, like when I'm too close, even a 27-inch screen, like it's plenty of screen for me. And my space that I'm in right now is like, I mean, I'm almost touching the side walls right now with my arms outstretched. Like I'm almost 6 feet tall, and it's maybe 8 feet wide right now. I think it depends on your space, how much screen you want in that space. I don't want to block my windows too much. There's things to consider, but 49 inches will be insane for a Mac Mini M1. When I first got the Mac Mini, I used a 43-inch TCL 4K TV until I got my monitor situation more hooked up. And even that was like too much screen for me. I was like having to move back and like adjust my glasses and stuff. So it's kind of subjective. Let's see what else we got here in the comments. Track says, with heavy source code compilation, the Mini does not make any noise. It is a beast for programming. That's really cool to know too. And what's really awesome is that I'm not a programmer. Like I said, I'm not a scientist. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to the technical specifications. Like in all these videos where I'm like, here's the issues that I'm experiencing. Like I'm kind of like the generic, computer user. I'm not a power user. However, editing videos, editing music, doing normal kind of stuff like this, live streaming, watching YouTube videos. That's what I do. I'm not a developer. I don't know what I'm talking about. But in those videos, when I say this issue is what I'm experiencing, it's kind of just take that as like, this is a person who doesn't know a whole lot about development, but they have used Macs. I've used Macs. Like my first Mac was from like my first Mac was a MacBook, the white one from 2011, 2010. And anyway, I'm getting way off topic, y'all. Let's get back here in the comments. Love to see all of y'all in the comments. We got over 50 people watching right now. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Smash that like button if you get a chance and you like what you're seeing here. Miguel, what's up, Miguel? Miguel says Mac Mini for students. I already have the iPad Pro. Should I get the Mac Mini with it? Honestly, I would, if I had to choose between those two devices. That's a tough one. If you're a student, I would say the iPad Pro might actually be the way to. I would kind of stick with your iPad Pro, Miguel. The Mac Mini is, I would say, if you needed a little more power and you preferred kind of the desktop experience, then the Mac Mini is amazing. However, the iPad, of course, you can take everywhere. And just doing side-by-side comparisons between the iPad Pro and the Mac Mini M1, they're about the same speed. Like even my iPad Pro, it's not the latest version. I have a 2018 iPad Pro. I'll show you that right here. We got my 2018 iPad Pro here with the Apple Pencil. I mean, this thing is a freaking beast still. Like, I don't see a huge need to even upgrade this to the 2020 version. I'm really curious to see what they'll do with the next versions of the iPad Pro. But if you're a student and you already have one of these, I would stick with this, honestly, and wait until all these issues and stuff are worked out, all the kinks and stuff from the Mac Mini M1. Because the Mac Mini M1 is not perfect. And, you know, I haven't tested out a whole lot of like I don't know, student stuff with it, but the Mac Mini M1 is more than sufficient for your desktop computer needs, trust. But there are issues. So if y'all don't know what I'm talking about with these issues, check out my channel. I've made a ton of videos about these issues. Let's see what else is going on here. The comments. Edo Beats, what's up, Edo? Says, ha, SpongeBob's butt cheeks, butt cheeks, facts. If y'all are just joining, I called like that case that comes with the AirPods Max, which is a case, but it doesn't even cover the AirPods Max, which blows my mind. But it does, to me, it looks, a lot of people are saying it looks like a bra, it looks like a purse. I personally think it looks like SpongeBob's butt cheeks. And then the front of that looks like, I don't know, I don't want to be demonetized here, but it looks like an orifice, like a bodily orifice. That's all I'm going to say. Whoever designed that case they probably got fired and, you know, discommunicated. They're probably on a deserted island right now, courtesy of Apple. Let's see. So Robert Watcher says, weird, all the issues. I am over the moon with the 8 gigabytes after using my 2012 MacBook Air for the last 8 years. I'll have to check your videos about it. From Canada. What's up, Robert? Thank you for joining from Canada. We got Michael in Seattle. Christian from Germany. What's up? H-Town. Edo Beats. H-Town. We got Texas in the house. I feel like everybody's from Texas. Everybody's like living in Seattle. What's up, Larry? And they're just like, but originally you're from Texas. Everybody's from freaking Texas. Larry ordered the 16 gigabyte 256 yesterday. That's awesome. But I was going to reply weird to Robert's comment that says, weird, all the issues. I'm over the moon with the 8 gigabyte after using the 2012 MacBook Air. Yeah, so the issues, to kind of bring y'all up to speed, if you haven't been following my videos or whatever, be sure to check those out on my channel. The 8 gigabyte Mac Mini M1, long story short, has issues for me. Mostly they have to do with video rendering, video editing in Final Cut Pro. What I've been noticing is audio dropouts have been very consistent. Actually, not just even Final Cut Pro. I tried LumaFusion because on the Mac Mini M1, on M1 Max, the MacBook Air, MacBook Pro as well, you can use iOS apps. And LumaFusion is one of the supported apps for the Mac Mini M1 and the other Macs. So I tried LumaFusion and just doing the same kind of editing. I even started to record a video because I was like, okay, this is a Final Cut issue. These audio dropouts. I'm not going to mess with Final Cut on the M1. Let's try LumaFusion. And you know what? I was recording this video. In the middle of the video, I experienced a complete shutdown of my Mac Mini M1, and I couldn't finish the video because I was just like, well, there's my experiment gone. I was all excited. Didn't work out. I don't know what my point was. My point was there are issues with the Mac Mini M1, at least my version. I don't want to paint the picture for everybody else, because if you read the comments in my most recent videos, a lot of people have been having totally fine experiences with their Macs. Maybe I got a bum version and I just needed to return it. But the quick update is I recently ordered the 16 gigabyte Mac Mini M1. So hopefully maybe it's just a RAM issue. I'm pretty sure it's software mixed with RAM and the new, interface and Big Sur and all that stuff. But mine has issues. It's going back. I'm getting the new one on Tuesday. So freaking pumped about that. So let's see. The Chaz Fred says, what's up, Chaz? Says, I heard if you turn off Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth issues go away. Have you tried that? Chaz, I have tried everything, like all the fixes that people have, turn Wi-Fi off, unplug everything from the USB-A ports, unplug everything possible just from almost every port on there. The only port that I'm using is the USB-C to USB-C going into my monitor. And, I've turned off Wi-Fi. It didn't help. I plugged in, my trackpad to use a wired, no Bluetooth situation. I use this Logitech K380 keyboard, which is an amazing little keyboard. Some of y'all have been like, this keyboard's ugly. I think it's cute. But I even tried out the Magic Keyboard, like the official Apple Magic Keyboard, wired and wireless with the Mac Mini M1. I still had those issues, so I tried that Bluetooth thing where you press, I think, what is it, option, and then you press on the Bluetooth icon in the top bar of Mac OS, and then you reset the Bluetooth module. I tried that. I've been trying all these different things, and I'm pretty sure it's just a new software issue. The Final Cut Pro issues have been 10.5.1. That's the most recent version of Final Cut Pro. 10.5 worked fine. It worked totally fine. Edited a few videos in that. Totally fine. But 10.5.1 is where I've been having the issues. Something happened with Big Sur 11.1 and then Final Cut Pro 11.5.1. All hell broke loose. That's when all the issues started to happen. The Bluetooth issues, I really haven't noticed that much. Although while I've been doing this stream, I've noticed that my Magic Trackpad, which I'm obviously using wirelessly, sometimes the cursor just completely disappears, and I can see that I can click around and it's clicking on stuff, but I can't see the actual cursor. So just seems like a little bug with the trackpad. Let's see what else we got here. We got Benny up in Austria. I might have said that already, but what's up, Benny? Thank you for being here. Let's see what else we got. I heard, yeah. So Christian, how does the M1 perform with multitasking many apps like Affinity apps and coding? I don't do coding. I'm not a developer or a coder myself, so I can't speak on that. I don't have any of the Affinity apps on my Mac. But I have done multitasking with, like, when Final Cut Pro did work. I had Final Cut Pro open with, Apple Music also open, and, a couple browsers open on a second monitor in Safari with YouTube and stuff. And I didn't notice any slowdowns whatsoever. It's freaking phenomenal. I also opened up Lightroom at the same time. Lightroom's usually a pretty, CPU hog on the Mac, but we'll see. I don't know. I keep getting distracted by all these comments. Y'all, thank you so much for being here. This is like the most successful live stream that I've had so far. And I'm almost at 15K subscribers too, which is bonkers. I'm going to do another video about that experience, just like what things that I've learned. And I've been doing this for 4 years now. And I was watching some of my older videos a few days ago, and I was just like, what have I learned? Like, what has changed in the last 4 years since I've been doing this? And I have a lot of thoughts about that. But thank you all for subscribing and for being here. If you're not subscribed already, of course, please subscribe. I really appreciate all of y'all's support so much. Seriously, it means a lot to me. This has become the way I make my money. So this has become my living, which is why I'm pouring all of my time and energy basically into this. Like, y'all are making it awesome. So highly, highly appreciate all of your support. I can pay my bills doing this and nerd out with my favorite products, and it's amazing. I get to connect with all of y'all, which is really cool. Y'all teach me a lot about the Mac as well, and about photography and all kinds of stuff. Like, I love to be proven wrong. So anyway, thank you so much, y'all. Pumper Wolf says, yeah, I'm saving to buy a Mac Mini, and I'm ready to buy a huge Ethernet cable to have Wi-Fi off and try to avoid Bluetooth issues. That's another fix that some people have been saying, is if you plug, like Pumper Wolf said, if you plug an Ethernet cable into the Mac Mini, then there's less interference. Some people are also saying that the Mac Mini M1 has issues with Wi-Fi, like Wi-Fi disconnections, slow Wi-Fi, this kind of thing. I haven't personally experienced that, knock on wood. It seems like I've experienced almost every other issue, except for the Wi-Fi thing. So the Wi-Fi seems pretty stable. I haven't had to use Ethernet, luckily. I'm using Google Wi-Fi, so I have kind of a mesh network around my house. And I'm in my studio space here. I have my own Google Wi-Fi almost right next to my desk. So there's not a whole lot of physical things interfering. But if anyone is having issues with your Mac Mini or your MacBook Pro, MacBook Air M1, let me know in the comments what you're experiencing. And maybe some other people in the comments can learn something from that too, if you have like a workaround or something. Let's see. Zensei says Samsung CHG 90 49-inch confirmed does work over HDMI 2.0. That's really cool. Pumper Wolf says, that's why I started to follow you. M1 Mac Mini videos are very interesting. Thank you, Pumper, for following and for commenting. Bicky's Restorations. What's up, Bicky? New Hampshire. Awesome. Tech for your needs. Hello, folks. How's it going? Bicky's Restorations, did you change back to a stable version? No, I'm still using on the Mac Mini M1. I upgraded to the beta program just to test it out. I seriously cannot help using a beta version, even though everybody says don't do it, it's unstable. I cannot resist. It's like when you're trying to resist buying something and you're like, don't put down the credit card. Like I can't resist a beta version. I have zero willpower against that. If y'all can relate, comment below, because I just can't. I can't. Track says, I got problems with Bluetooth. I use the dongle of Logitech instead. That's what, yeah, thanks for saying that, because a lot of people are saying that if you're using a Bluetooth device from Logitech, especially such as the K380 keyboard or the MX Master keys or the MX Master mouse, stuff like that. A lot of people are saying if you have a little USB wireless dongle, use that in the back of your Mac Mini for your Logitech or other, third-party device, because that might help with the Bluetooth issues. But honestly, I haven't, this is my Bluetooth setup. It's pretty simple. I got the Magic Trackpad and then the K380 keyboard. Like, these things are working really well. I barely experience any Bluetooth issues, but when I do, it's incredibly obvious. In my most recent in my most recent video where I talk about the issues and stuff, I talk about this keyboard, and I even show you that sometimes when I first turn on the computer, I will be typing something and nothing will happen on the screen. And then maybe 5 to 10 seconds later, then each individual character starts coming in, and I don't know what that's about, but really I just reset my computer and everything goes back to normal. So it's not the end of the world. I don't really have that many Bluetooth issues, but some people seem like they have it kind of worse. I've tried to remove all the physical interferences between the Mac Mini, which is mounted under my desk. And yes, I know that's a physical interference, but Bluetooth works really well for the most part with the Mac Mini mounted under my desk. So there's all that. Robert says, I've had mine for 2 weeks, 8GB Mac Mini, but photography and coding haven't used for video and audio recording yet. I do those on my iPad. Very smart. Thanks for pointing that out. You're welcome. What's up, Pupil of Society? I like that name. Thank you for being here. You only have the 8GB, right? Yeah, I only have the 8GB Mac Mini M1. That's how I'm streaming right now. So this is kind of a test to see how this does too. Using the Mac Mini M1 with my Sony X60, with my, okay, calm down, Ben. You're getting too excited. I'm using my Mac Mini M1 8GB base model with the Sony A6400, my main YouTube camera. I also am using a USB mic, which is this mic, the NT USB from Rode. Awesome little mic. And this is my kind of voiceover mic that I've been using. It's so cute. It connects via USB-C into my Mac Mini M1. That's how I'm using it right now. Thank you, Rode, for sending this out, by the way. And yeah, this setup works really well for the most part. So yeah, it's 8GB. Let's see, amazing file. Does drawing tablets work? I haven't tried out a drawing tablet. Oops, I just kicked my camera again. I haven't tried out a drawing tablet on the Mac Mini M1. I used to have, what's that company? A Griffin, or I used to have, what was that freaking thing? I used to have a drawing tablet, a USB one, on my old Mac. And I don't have that anymore because most of the time when I'm sketching, when I do a lot of like YouTube thumbnails and stuff, I'm using the I do that on my iPad Pro from 2018, and I got that Apple Pencil 2, works super well. That's kind of it's just a lot more responsive, and I prefer kind of the experience of the iPad Pro for most things. Still, the Mac Mini M1 is just so much fun to mess around with. Tech for Your Needs says, this is why I'm holding up into June, and by then I will have more money saved, then I can get whatever comes new or settle of MacBook Pro MacBook Pro M1, really, Ben? M1, 13 inches. I mixed up inch with M1. The MacBook Pro M1. Good job, Ben. Bicky's Restorations, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. Means a lot to me, Bicky. Thank you so much. Bicky says, did you move your Mini from the metal hanger? No, it's still underneath my desk. I've said this before in my comments and stuff. Having my Mac Mini mounted under my desk probably causes a little bit of interference, but I haven't noticed a whole lot of Bluetooth interference. The Bluetooth issues were happening with the Mac Mini right in front of me on my desk with nothing in between. I mean, seriously, a few inches away from my Bluetooth stuff. the issues still happen. So I'm pretty sure it's just a software issue, but the mounting it under the desk hasn't really seemed to affect many things negatively. I've tried keeping it on my desk, under my desk, to the side, with things, with my phone in between my Bluetooth devices, and the issues are pretty persistent regardless of the placing for me. So yeah. People of Society says, what VSTs and DAWs have you got working? So if y'all don't know, I am also a music maker. Check out my music. Search for Ben Aqua. Shameless plug. Search for Ben Aqua on Apple Music and Spotify, etc. I really appreciate all of your streams and shares and stuff. I make my music using Ableton Live, which is a DAW. I love Ableton. Shout out Ableton for hooking me up with that Live 10 awesome edition, or whatever it's called, the full standard, whatever it's called. Ableton's awesome. I use some VSTs also with that too on the Mac Mini M1, including KORG Gadget is one of them. Those run totally smoothly. Izotope Ozone runs totally smoothly. I haven't really noticed a whole lot of really kind of crappy things happening with music production, luckily. I have noticed, however, or I have observed that other people are having some problems with Logic Pro, which is one of the Mac Pro apps. Obviously Apple makes that. It's weird that these their Pro apps are some of the ones that are having the most issues right now. I don't know what that's about, but you know what? It just came out. Like the Mac Mini M1 just came out. The MacBook Air M1 and MacBook Pro M1, they all just came out. Has it even been 2 months yet? And the fact that there's only these smaller issues, sometimes they're bigger issues, but they're mostly small. The fact that there's only kind of some small issues is kind of amazing for a first generation product with a new operating system. All that stuff colliding at the same time, like it's kind of amazing. Like this thing hasn't just exploded in my face at this point, looking like the 4th of damn July. Biggie's Restoration said that hanger might block the Bluetooth since Mini is upside down facing the metal plate. That's a good observation. And someone else in the comments was saying that having the Mac Mini M1 or just the Mac Mini in general upside down, like something happens to the Bluetooth and it could create, a different type of interference and cause fan issues as well. Like it's not cooling it off properly. I haven't noticed any fan issues on the Mac Mini M1 so far. So far, so good. Tech for Your Needs says your style is unique and you being authentic. That is what brought me to your channel, being yourself. Yo, that means so much. Like, thank you so much for saying that. That means a lot. I try to be real with y'all. Like, I don't see the point in pretending to be someone else and, just being negative. Like I'm not trying to be negative in my videos about the Mac Mini M1 even. Though, like when I report these issues, for example, I'm really just trying to help the community. I'm trying to report these because I didn't see a whole lot of other people talking, about these issues. So I'm trying to be a little bit of a voice for that so that developers can cue in and be like, we have to get these issues fixed. I really just want to help the Mac Mini because I want it to be an awesome Mac that I can use as my main Mac. I'm not trying to hate on Apple. And trust me, y'all, I've gotten a lot of hate in the comments about the Mac Mini M1. Some people are just taking it incredibly personally that I found these issues, but I'm not making these up. I'm not trying to hate on Apple. I am a huge Apple nerd. I got iPad, iPhone, MacBook, Mac Mini. Come on, y'all. It's ridiculous. I have way too much Apple stuff. I'm not trying to hate on Apple, but like I understand. But if anyone's thinking about leaving a negative comment, it is what it is. But I just want to say, like, think before you leave a negative comment. Like, we have enough negativity in this world. I'm not trying to add more to it. I'm trying to be constructive with my critique of the Mac Mini M1. I want it to work out. Chu Chan Chin, what's up? Chu says good videos about the Mac, but don't forget to make more camera gear videos. I know that's so accurate. I'm a photographer too. Like that's my main thing. I've been obsessed with the Mac Mini M1 recently though. Like it's been an actual obsession. I can't stop. But thank you for saying that, Chu, because I do want to make more photography videos. Definitely coming up. I've been thinking about that. Like I don't want to be. This isn't Ben's Mac Mini channel. I don't want it to be that, but I am very fascinated with it right now. Jamoy Watson, what's up, Jamoy? My Mac Mini hooked up via the 5 gigahertz modem, no drops, actually faster than all my other devices. That's really awesome. Again, I haven't really witnessed a lot of Wi-Fi speeds. I haven't even tried Ethernet on my Mac Mini because it's so blazing fast using just Wi-Fi. So it's really awesome. Tech for Your Needs says GAS, gear acquisition syndrome. I absolutely have that. I can't stop. If you have gas. Well, I have gas of other varieties too. But if you have gear acquisition syndrome, let me know in the comments. Comment with gas. If you can't stop buying gear like me, let me know, because Houston, we have a problem. We definitely have a problem. I have that problem. Let's see. It's Kuwa says, is it possible that your issues with Final Cut Pro has to do with the file format or the footage? Just a thought. That's a good question. So I mostly film on the Sony a6400. That's what I'm filming with right now. The footage is 4K, MP4. What is it? I think it's 8-bit footage, and that actually works even better than when I shoot everything on my iPhone 11 Pro. Like, the iPhone 11 Pro footage looks amazing and stuff, but I've noticed that when I'm editing iPhone footage, it actually takes a little more processor and kind of the memory power in the Mac Mini M1, and it actually renders out videos even slower than the A6400 footage. I would think that would be opposite for some reason, but there's something about the codecs from the iPhone. I don't know what that's about, because, like I said, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a developer, but yeah, it's just something that I've noticed, and that's a really good observation. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is another weird observation today. This just came up. So this is a, see, make sure there's nothing incriminating. This is a iPad Pro 9.7 inch from 2017, almost 4 years old, and it still works totally fine. I've noticed that on the Mac Mini M1, SideCar does not work with the older iPad Pro. And when I tried the same thing, try to use the 9.7 inch iPad Pro as an external monitor on my MacBook Pro, the Intel model, SideCar did work. It was showing up as an external monitor. So I don't know why this iPad is not showing up in the Mac Mini M1, but it's not. You need to take a breather. Whew, getting hot in here. Let's see. People of Society. Did I answer that question? Anyway, People of Society says, I got my son an M1 and no problems except sometimes Java, Roblox glitches, and the mouse starts working like it gets stuck on the desktop. Interesting. Vicky's Restorations Wacom tablet. That's what I had. I had a Wacom tablet. Wacom. I pronounce it Wacom. I've been made fun of for calling it that. Whatever. I've long since sold that tablet, so unfortunately I don't have any experience with drawing on the M1 yet. Pumper Wolf says SideCar works faster on the Mac Mini compared to Intel Macs. I don't know if it's faster. Maybe it connects a little bit faster to my iPad Pro. I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to give you misinformation about that. It seems like it's about the same speed as my Intel 2019 MacBook Pro, though, connecting wirelessly to my iPad Pro. Christian asks, do you have issues with apps that run over Rosetta 2? Not really. The only issues that I'm trying to think of what even apps I use that are Rosetta apps. One of them is Ableton Live, my DAW. That one works totally fine because it's not optimized for Mac M1 yet. It works about the same speed as on my MacBook Pro, which this one also has 8 gigabytes of memory. So I've been doing a lot of just like back and forth testing, but that's kind of the main Rosetta app that I've been using on my Mac Mini M1. It seems to run fine. Haven't really noticed any issues on that. Chris Fit Taylor, what's up, Chris? I used to have issues resisting the betas until I started experiencing issues such as iCloud synchronization. That's a big issue. Apple still doesn't have their iCloud synchronization in check, and sometimes this is just kind of a tip in general. Like, if your iCloud synchronization is not working across your devices, especially on your Mac, I've noticed that just signing out of iCloud on my Mac and then signing back in seems to fix the issues. I did notice some synchronization using iCloud when I was doing Apple Arcade on my Mac Mini M1. It wasn't syncing all of the save data from my games. I signed out of iCloud on the Mac Mini M1, signed back in, game save data was there. So just sign in, or just sign out, sign in, as a little tip there. Let's see. Also, after downgrading back to the current iOS, I wasn't able to access my iCloud from the beta. That sucks. That's like terrifying. Excuse me, allergies. Larry Bisman. What's up, Larry? What about the extra wide 16:9 LG screens for use with Logic and Final Cut? And how important is it to have a $700 versus a $299 to $379 monitor? That's a really good question. I'm not a monitor expert. I haven't used the ultra wide monitor. I've never had an ultra wide monitor before. I didn't even have a monitor for years because I was using my MacBook Pro and iPads and stuff. The Mac Mini M1 has been so fun to use and so exciting that it made me just completely revamp my desk setup. And now I have a monitor on a stand. It's very like minimal. I'm going to do another video where I show you a kind of minimal work from home setup using the Mac Mini M1. So be sure to subscribe if you're not already. But your question, how important is it to have a $700 versus $299 monitor? Honestly, like the monitor that I bought was $450, the LG 27. Let's see if I can get this right. The LG 27 UK 850-W. That monitor is $450 on Amazon, and it's an excellent monitor, 4K, USB-C. It's got all the bells and whistles, this and that. That monitor was $450. I don't think it's really important, unless you have the money. If money isn't an issue, I would say get the $700 monitor. But you don't need something that expensive to get a really good monitor. Like this monitor is $450. It works really well. And I tried out even a monitor. It's the Philips Brilliance 27-inch. I just did a video about that, using that as like a 3-monitor setup, as part of a 3-monitor setup. The Philips Brilliance 27-inch was $270 refurbished, and excellent monitor, USB-C even. You don't need to spend $700 on a good monitor. I think those higher end monitors will have more bells and whistles, like extra Thunderbolt ports, extra USB, compatibility, that kind of stuff. Fear for fun. What's up? What's up, Fear? Waiting for the 16-inch M1X. Rumors make it look really strong, fast, and battery efficient. For what I do on film sets, that is what I want and need. That's really smart. I couldn't wait for M1X, y'all. I have, like I said, I have no willpower when it comes to Mac products, especially the M1. But I am really curious to try out the M1X when that comes out. It's going to be expensive, but it's probably going to be amazing. I'm actually more interested personally in the iMac with an M1. I think that'll be insane. And I do kind of miss that beautiful 5K display on the iMac. I have a 2015 iMac that, this display is awesome, but the iMac from 2015, the 5K Retina display is so spicy. Like I've never seen a display that good before to this day. So I kind of miss using that display, and I wish I could use that as my monitor, but you can't. Zensei, what's up, Zensei? I'm trying to get caught up on all these comments, and I will have to leave here in a little bit. SteelSeries engine and peripherals, extra large, confirmed working on Mac Mini M1, Mac Mini 16 gigabytes. Good to know. Hun Chulu, sorry if I butchered the pronunciation, says, got your 16 gigabytes Mac Mini M1? Not yet. It's supposed to be here on Tuesday, so I'm really excited for that. Y'all be sure to subscribe. Make sure you get all my videos. Notification bell squad, where you at? Like if you're on that notification bell squad, hit me up in the comments, and I'll give you a little shout out here. Let's see. Zensei says, and hello from NOLA. What's up, New Orleans? I love New Orleans. It's such a fun city. It's one of the most fun cities in America, if not the whole world. It has so much character. I love it. Fly says, you are a fly YouTuber with good content. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sasha Cruter, what's up, Sasha? Have 16 gigabyte M1 Mini, been great with Logic Pro and Final Cut. RME interface solid, using Logic's native, not Rosetta. That's really smart. Had that keyboard issue once so far. Bluetooth kind of irritating. Good to know. Thank you for letting us know. Let's see. Bicky's Restoration says, when you get the 16 gigabyte, don't put beta version on it. I will try my hardest to not put the beta version on it, but in all honesty, I don't know if I'm going to be able to resist. Like I said, I love these beta versions. It's like, I know even if it messes up my whole damn experience, I can't resist. I can't. I try, but I can't. Fly says, what's the difference between having a USB-C or HDMI? I want to get a 4K monitor. It's just a different type of interfacing. One of the advantages between USB-C over HDMI or versus HDMI, USB-C can provide power, also a power charge towards your device. You don't need that power charge with the Mac Mini M1, but I've been plugging in my MacBook Pro. I was about to say M1. It's not a MacBook Pro M1, I wish. But this is the 2019 Intel MacBook Pro. I've been plugging this in to my monitor using USB-C. It charges this laptop while I'm able to also use the monitor as a monitor for the laptop. So I think that's one of the biggest advantages. And then you can also use the extra USB ports on your monitor if they have it. Mine has 2 extra USB-A ports. You can also use that. Like right now, I have my camera plugged into the monitor's USB-C port. So I would definitely recommend getting a USB-C monitor over an HDMI monitor. Just my personal preference. It's just better for stuff, especially if you have a laptop, you want to charge it while using your monitor with that laptop. Highly recommend USB-C. Hun says, watching a stream on my M1 Mac Mini. Hell yeah. Awesome to see. Tim says, watching you on a Mac Mini M1 right now. That's awesome. Y'all let me know in the comments what device you are watching this from. It's really cool to see that, everybody's using the Mac Mini M1 or whatever device. If you're on your phone, let me know in the comments. Let's see. Tim also says, also have a Mac Air M1. Damn, you got the Mac Mini M1 and the MacBook Air. I want that. I want that so bad. Let's see. Sasha, GAS, gear acquisition syndrome, big time, mostly music equipment. Oh, don't get me started on music equipment. Y'all, I've been getting rid of so much music equipment and replacing it with Apple devices and just becoming my studio right now looks like a Best Buy stock room. It's not, you can't see it because I have it all hidden for the most part. But right above me right here, there's way too many. I have 6 monitors. I don't even know if I should say this. It makes me I might be blushing. I have 6 monitors right now. It's ridiculous. I have way too much stuff. Gas, gear acquisition syndrome. That stuff is real. Tim has gas. 98 Stand has gas. Tech for Your Needs has gas. We all got gas in some form or another. Let's be real. S Kixel, what's up? S says, I have overlooked my M1 to lots, and it is very fast. What experience do you have with Movie Maker on M1? I haven't used Movie Maker on M1. I've just used, I've used Final Cut Pro. Talked about all those issues. Check out my channel for the issues, mostly audio dropout issues. I've used LumaFusion, also noticing audio dropouts / complete crashes of the operating system. Would not recommend that, at least on my kind of cursed version of the Mac Mini M1. Hopefully the 16 gigabytes remedies all that stuff. I even tried, what's the other one called? DaVinci Resolve. I tried DaVinci Resolve. I haven't noticed any crashes on there. No audio dropouts, but it does seem even the beta version, which supports the Mac Mini M1 and the M1 chip, it's fast, but it doesn't seem like, I'm not completely blown away at how fast it is. Like Final Cut Pro, if it didn't have the audio issues, seems faster because it's a native app. You can also let me know in the comments which app you use to edit your videos, if you use Final Cut Pro or DaVinci Resolve. LumaFusion, let me know in the comments. Let's see what else we got here. Anthony Scott, what's up, Anthony? I had 0 issues the first month, Apple mouse, Bluetooth mouse, and keyboard. Today I added my JBL Bluetooth speaker and keyboard froze. Mouse acted weird. So there's definitely thank you for letting us know, and there's definitely some Bluetooth weirdness going on. I'm pretty sure, well, I'm not sure because I don't know what I'm talking about, but the M1 Mac Mini that I have at least has pretty good Bluetooth. I've used Bluetooth headphones with it. Not really a whole lot of problems there. Even the AirPods Max, new product that, I didn't really notice, any weirdness as soon as I plugged those in. Audio dropouts and skipping here and there, but for the most part, Bluetooth headphones, and I haven't used a Bluetooth speaker, but the headphones have been working super well with the Mac Mini M1. Jamoy says, I have the same iPad Pro. SideCar works. Just make sure Bluetooth is on the iPad and the Mac Mini. Mine wasn't showing until I turned on Bluetooth. Good tip. And make sure both on the same Wi-Fi, of course. I checked. That's a really good tip, Jamoy. Thank you for saying that. And I checked my iPad Pro, the older one. Bluetooth is on. It's using Wi-Fi, and it just wasn't showing up. I don't know why it didn't show up on the Mac Mini M1. I also have, it's not with me here, but I have a iPad Mini 5, the 5th generation iPad Mini 5, which is it's my baby. That's my baby. I love that little thing. That one was even showing up on the Mac Mini M1 for SideCar. It's just that older iPad Pro 9.7 inch wasn't showing up with SideCar for some reason. Let's see. Tech for Your Needs says your style is unique. And, oh wait, you said that. I read that one already. Being yourself. Thank you, Tech for Your Needs, so much. SideCar doesn't work. I just talked about that. Let's see. Anthony Scott says, by the way, I really like the LG monitor you have. Mine arrived a couple weeks ago. It's great. UK 850-W. Yeah, I would agree with that, Anthony. I'm really enjoying this UK 850-W monitor. This is not sponsored. They didn't send me this. I bought that with my own money. out of all the 18 million monitors that I bought recently, and I'm sending most of them back except for this one, that one, the UK 850 from LG, this one just seems the most seamless with the Mac Mini M1, and also, I don't know if I would say seamless with the iPad Pro, because I noticed some HDR issues, like the colors look really blown out when using the iPad Pro over USB-C. Those are corrected when I use HDMI out from the iPad Pro. That looks fine on this LG monitor. But if you're out there and you're trying to find a good monitor for your Mac Mini M1 or whatever device, I would recommend the LG 27 UK 850-W. That's so long. I would recommend this monitor. It's a beautiful design. It's really minimal. It just looks nice on my desk. I don't know. I really recommend that monitor. So I'm going to have to leave here in just a couple minutes, for real this time, for real. But if y'all have any other questions or any other things you want to say in the comments, please hit me up down there. And if you haven't liked this video so far, please like this video. I see a lot of y'all have done that already. We have over 60 people watching. That's by far the biggest live stream I've ever done. So yes. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. And subscribe if you're not already. I've said that a million times, but please subscribe. Let's see where we're at. Tech for your needs, hashtag notification squad. Thank you so much, Tech for your needs. If you're out there and you want to support my channel even more, please turn on notifications, that little notification bell. Make it do a little jingling. Let's see. A good 1221 says your channel is cool. So what's the best monitor under $700? I would probably say this LG 27-inch monitor. I really like this monitor. I've talked about it a bunch, but I would say, yeah, under $700 as of right now. I really like this LG monitor. Christian says, hey, have a nice day. Thank you for answering my questions. Thumbs up. I subscribe to you. Thank you so much, Christian. Really appreciate that. Eugene, what's up, Eugene? Hi, Ben. Have you compared M1 MacBook Air versus the M1 Mac Mini? No, that's a good question. I haven't tried the MacBook Air or the MacBook Pro M1 yet. I've been curious about those models, but I don't know. I only have limited space in my studio and a limited. I maxed out my credit card already, so I'm kind of waiting for these monitors to go back so that I can get more credit to buy even more Apple products. Because, like I said, GAS, gear acquisition syndrome. But I'm really excited to try out the MacBook Air, especially, and the MacBook Pro M1 as well. Hope I can get those soon. And Apple, if you're watching, please send me some free stuff. I would highly recommend that. Tech for Your Needs is watching on a Dell XPS 13. That's really cool. Cord Funk, what's up, Cord? How does the Mac Mini work with external monitors? I actually just did a video about this. It's it's my most recent video, actually. Check it out on my channel. I talk about using the Mac Mini M1 with 3 monitors, 2 4K monitors, 1 with USB-C, this LG monitor, and then 1 Philips Brilliance monitor, and then the iPad Pro via SideCar as a 3rd monitor. So check that out on my channel. Long story short, though, it works really well. And I've even seen videos, if you look on YouTube for what would you search for, like external monitors, Mac Mini M1. Somebody figured out how to use up to 6 monitors on their Mac Mini M1, and that's bonkers. Like Apple even says, like, I think they recommend only using 1 monitor at a time, of course, but you can use at least 2, 1 via USB-C, 1 via HDMI. So that's a cute little tip. Let's see what else we got here in the comments. Thank you all so much for being here, by the way. We got 38 likes. Hell yeah. Like, be sure to subscribe if you're not already. I'm almost at 15K subscribers, like I said earlier, and I'm really excited about reaching that. It's not a lot when it comes to, I'm still a small YouTuber. It's definitely a lot of people, like way more than I expected to even have ever on my channel. But yeah, it keeps me going, and it also pays my bills. So I really couldn't ask for more. So thank you so much for all your support. Let's see. CH Wellio Jr., what's up? Says, today I ordered my first Mac ever, MacBook Pro 13 inch M1 16 gigabytes. Awesome. Congratulations on your new Mac. Let's see. Larry Bisman, write it out, please. I don't even remember what I was talking about, so I'm not sure what I should write out. Sorry about that. Pumper says, yeah, more Mac Mini videos. There's something else to test, talking about, is it warmer now? Okay, so that's a good test. I'm going to reach over to the Mac Mini. And it's still warm, but it's barely even like lukewarm. It's not hot. It's not making a single bit of fan noise. I can feel a little bit of warm air coming out of the fan, but it's not making any noise and it's barely even warm. So yes. David Bueller, what's up, David? Says using M1 Air keyboard and trackpad are incredible, best ever used. Awesome. Thanks for letting us know. That MacBook Air M1, I might just get one just to try it out because I'm salivating when I see, David, you have the M1 Air. Now I'm like, I need to get one of those. I don't even need it. I don't need it. I should just get it. Tech for your needs. Thank you so much for your donations, for your super chat. Amazing. Thank you so much. Dope Tech for your needs says dope creator. I know it's not much, but it's something. Hey, $2. I appreciate everything. I never expected to even make money off of my YouTube channel when I first started. I wasn't trying to do that. Like it became, it was like a hobby, and it still is a hobby. I enjoy it. I do it because I love doing it, and I love helping people. I love entertaining people. It helps me channel a lot of my own emotional stuff too. Like it's like a mental health thing for me. Like when I'm feeling really down or something, sometimes I'll just pick up the camera and be like, what do I need to talk about? And it gets my mind off of negativity, off of anger. Like it's an amazing thing beyond, helping everybody with the Mac Mini and stuff. It's just a really cool thing to have. So yeah, I really appreciate all of your support. And also Larry Bisman, $5. Yo, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Everybody that's hit me up with the super chat this time, like, really appreciate your support. Keeps me going. Let's see. Vikram, what's up, Vikram, says, would you trade in a 2016 MacBook Pro for a new M1 machine? 2016 MacBook Pro for a new M1? I traded in a 2013 MacBook Pro to get my Mac Mini M1. They only gave me $160, and people in the comments are very quick to tell me how I could have gotten more if I sold it. I know I could have gotten more if I sold it on eBay or whatever, but I just got too excited about getting a Mac Mini M1. But if you have a 2016 MacBook Pro, if you really, really want the M1 machine, I think just go ahead and do it. Of course, you're not going to make as much money doing an Apple trade-in on that MacBook Pro as if versus if you sold it separately on Facebook or whatever. But and the new M1 machine is awesome. There are issues, but I think those will be worked out hopefully soon in these upcoming updates. But I say go for it. Like, why the hell not? 2021. Let's see. Larry says the monitor LG 27-inch. Yeah, the monitor I'm using 27 UK 850-W. I have that just like burned into my skull right now. Okay, a couple more comments, and then I'm gonna head out. Lounge Network says I use Ecamm with my M1 live streams, and it's great. Mimo Live is also done with their M1 version. That's awesome. Ecamm, Mimo Live, I'm pretty sure those are ways, correct me if I'm wrong, but those are ways you can use your iPhone or any phone or even an iPad as a streaming camera if you don't have a webcam, which obviously the Mac Mini M1, you need to buy all kinds of peripherals for it, which is kind of fun. But, there's no webcam installed in it, obviously. So you have to get a webcam set up if you want that kind of thing. You can use your phone as a webcam with the Mac Mini M1, which is really awesome. I might do a video about that. If any of y'all want to see that, let me know in the comments. But anyway, let's see. Vikram says, thank you. Thank you for being here. Jamoy says, keep these videos coming, bro. You need to go now. You too hype. I know. I'm too excited. Like, I have a problem. I have gear acquisition syndrome. I have gas. And I'm also too excited about this stuff where I can't stop fixated. But thank you for letting me nerd out with you and sharing that. I love that you all are just like, get out of here. What are you doing? Get out of here. You've been talking about leaving for 20 minutes. Lounge Network, no. They are TV studio software to live stream with graphics. Oh, okay, that's really. Oh yeah, cool. You can live stream with your own logos or like a chat on top of your live stream. I haven't figured that out yet, but that's really cool. All right, 27. What's up? New here. Do you have an 8 GB or 16 GB Mac Mini? I have the 8 GB Mac Mini M1 right now, and I'm getting the 16 GB on Tuesday. Super excited for that. Pumper Wolf, I'm impressed. Mac Mini don't get so hot while streaming. All computers get hot doing that. Y'all, my Mac Mini M1 is almost, it's not cool to the touch, but it's lukewarm after an hour of streaming. That's insane. So the Mac Mini M1, it's not perfect, but there's no fan noise while doing a live stream with a mirrorless camera. Like, come on now. Like, this Mac Mini M1 should be melted off of my face by now. let's see. Gimmick says gear acquisition syndrome. Is that what we all suffer from? Pretty much. If you're like me and you buy stuff when you're like, I don't need this. Why am I buying this? But you can't help it. You have a gear acquisition syndrome. My brain is like, Jamoy, you said it. I just need to leave. My brain's going too much. Yes, make a video about using iPhone as a webcam with M1. Noted. Thank you, Anthony. Has 8 GB memory been a bottleneck for you with the M1? I've made a couple videos about that. Check that out on my channel. Check out the ones where I talk about Mac Mini M1 issues. I talk about this kind of, I don't use the word bottleneck, but basically that's what's happening, what I think I've been noticing on the M1. Again, I'm not an expert. Jamoy's all, y'all stop and let the man leave. I know, all these comments coming in. Lounge, I have done a 6-camera stream with my M1 and no heat. What? Like, that's insane. Anyway, I second the phone as a webcam idea. Noted. Maybe that will be one of my upcoming videos. How do you use, like what's the best webcam solution for the Mac Mini M1? I tried a stream cam. It was $170. The software, the Logitech capture software, it didn't work with the M1. Of course, it just crashed on delivery. It crashed on open. Now y'all know my brain's going crazy. Been talking for an hour. But I've tried using my iPhone as a webcam with the Mac Mini. Works really well for Zoom and that kind of thing. But you can't use your phone with your microphone on the phone for some reason, as far as I could tell. So that's why I use something like the NT USB from Rode. That's what I've been using this entire video. Again, thank you so much to Rode for sending this out. This is an awesome USB-C compatible microphone. USB-C, just plug it in. That's what I'm using for this video. It's all good. Anyway, for iPhone. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to just stop reading the comments. I'm sorry, y'all, but I really have to go. So thank you so much for being here. Again, if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. We had over 60 people, almost 70 people here today. That's my all-time record. So 43 people on the likes. Be sure to smash the like button on this video as well. What other kinds of housekeeping? I'm going to be making more Mac Mini videos, of course. I got that 16 GB RAM model coming in up on Tuesday this coming week. Expedited shipping somehow. I don't know how, but got that. It's coming in on Tuesday, so I'm really excited about 16 GB. I'm also really, really thankful for all of y'all for being here, for sticking with me for this entire stream. And some of y'all have been here over an hour, and I really appreciate that too. My butt kind of hurts from sitting here for an hour, so I don't know how y'all did it, but I really appreciate everybody who subscribes to my channel, who has liked this video, who likes all my videos, and thank you for being you. And hope you're having an awesome 2021. Mine's been weird so far, but you know what? It is what it is. Let's see, anyone else in the comments got greetings from Holland? What's up? Thanks for sharing with us. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to end this live stream pretty soon. And y'all have an awesome rest of your day. And, I will see you in the next video, as I like to say. All right, see y'all.